everyone, and welcome back to Hockey Talk. As always, I'm your host, Jack Brooks, and today I will be talking about my predictions for the number one seed for both conferences. So as you know, if you have listened to my past broadcasts, then you might know about my Stanley Cup predictions with the Vegas Golden Knights and the Pittsburgh Penguins. So, if you haven't, then please go back and see that broadcast. You can see the one after it. I really hope you enjoys those. So my prediction for the Western Conference will be the team that I think is making it to the Cup, the Vegas Golden Knights. Let me explain. Once again, I know I've mentioned in my past two broadcasts, out of the two broadcasts, not including this one that I've already done, but I'm going to keep mentioning it to prove my point. This is an overpowered team in such a weak conference. The Kings haven't had a good season since 2015. The Predators had one good year where they made it to the Cup and lost it to the Penguins. No surprise there. And even the Blackhawks, with such a good offense that they have, there's no way that they can get past this Vegas Golden Knights defense for me. It's just way too powerful, one of the best in the conference, so without a doubt, that's way too of a powerful team. Also, more confidence the second year, like more chemistry. Now that they have already proven themselves to be a NHL Stanley Cup contender, and they've only been in the league for 1 year. So now after losing to the Cup, they have more chemistry with each other after the expansion draft and the regular draft, and I feel like that they can really bring that chemistry together and get the number one seed and just power through the regular season. And now, for the Eastern Conference, I'm going to say the former Stanley Cup champion, the Washington Capitals. Now, here's the thing. I know that I have been talking about how the Penguins will just push through the regular season. Sidney Crosby will take a really good, healthy, and OP Penguins team on his back, just power through the regular season, and be even more powerful and unstoppable during the playoffs. But to me, the Capitals have just that fire in them. After winning their first Stanley Cup, I just see them craving more during the regular season and really powering through to beat the Penguins in the number one seed. And yes, I do think that they'll choke in the playoffs, though. And now, really, this team is the best regular season team. Sidney Crosby, yes, he has motivation during the regular season, but he has more motivation in the playoffs, and that's what makes him a good player. This Washington Capitals offense is way too powerful during the regular season, way more than the Penguins are, so that will really allow them to power through. So, yes, I still think that the Pittsburgh Penguins will make the Cup, and yes, I do still think Sidney Crosby will be the MVP, and yes, also, I think that the Penguins will make the number 2 seed. But going back to the Vegas Golden Knights playing against the Blackhawks, yes, the Blackhawks really have a good offense with Duncan Keith. But to me, if you really look at the Vegas Golden Knights defense and their goal crease now with Marc-Andre Fleury after the expansion draft and more chemistry, even with a powerful offense like the Blackhawks have, there's just no possible way for them to really power through and get to the number one seed, because the Vegas Golden Knights just have a stronger defense, allowing less and less goals for them to get a ton more wins than the Blackhawks will. And now I have said that I am doing bold predictions at the end of each episode, every other broadcast. Last episode, I did not do one, so today I will do one. My bold prediction for this episode, I mentioned it earlier, but didn't go into detail about it, but now I will. The Capitals will choke first round in the playoffs. I know they're going to be the number one seed and power through with that fire in their eyes. And yes, you might be saying, well, if they're the number one seed and they have fire in their eyes, won't they have more motivation once they get to the playoffs? Yes, but think about this. Last year was the Capitals' first and the only Stanley Cup win, and they have been known for really choking in the playoffs. And to me, they will know that the Pittsburgh Penguins, another bold prediction, will be the number 2 seed, and that will just get them nervous that eventually, even if they do move on, they know that they will eventually need to play this Penguins team, and that will get them nervous. That will get the fire in their eyes to burn out a little bit, and that is going to start from the beginning of the playoffs, because they'll know that in order just to make the cup, they'll need to get past the Penguins first, and that will get them nervous. It will get their heads down, and that is going to start from the playoffs, not just the series, but they'll already look at the playoff chart, see it, and then they'll just instantly get their heads down and not be able to play good hockey against whoever they're playing in the first round. So, once again, say this at the end of every episode. Thank you guys so much for listening to my podcast. I hope you really like it. And like I said, this is my third podcast, so please go back, listen to my other two. My first one was who I think I'm going to make the cup. I know I've already said that in this episode, but please go check it out. Hear my reasons why. Last one, playoff Stanley Cup MVP. It was a lot of fun making that one. It doesn't have a bold prediction in it, but I think you guys will still like it. Like and comment down below who you think will be the number 1 seed. And until next time, this is Hockey Talk. I'm your host, Jack Brooks, signing off. See you next week.